Hello again, everybody. This is John with BestPriceNutrition.com. Today we have the National Educator with Garden of Life, Jay Bouguet, with us. Today we're going to talk about a new product from Garden of Life. It's the raw fiber, beyond organic fiber. Those of you familiar with Garden of Life, maybe you take the Super Seed, which is the previous and still available form of fiber-based drink from Garden of Life. Well, today let's kind of go over the benefits and kind of what is raw fiber. What does it mean when it says raw fiber on there?
So what we did is we took fiber from about 15 different actual whole foods, very nutritious whole foods. And raw really means with any of our products, at no point from when something's either grown or harvested all the way through when it's dried and put into the container, is it exposed to temperatures that would denature or reduce or change even the most heat-sensitive component or nutrient within that food system. So it's a whole food fiber supplement, meaning we actually took flax seeds and chia seeds and quinoa and amaranth and coconut, and we put them in a powder form, and you do get fiber. You get 9 grams out of every scoop. There's a lot of redeeming nutritional qualities, lots of omega-3s, lots of protein. There's a lot of nutrition to be had from this whole food fiber supplement.
Okay. Now, who should take fiber? A lot of people say, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I eat personally apples, raw almonds, everything. I personally like to add some to my, AM protein shake. That's kind of just a routine that I do. But who else? If I know typically when we're talking fiber, depending upon body weight, sometimes you'll hear, hey, you should get at least 25 grams, and that's kind of a umbrella type thing because we don't know the body weight of the individual. So who is this for?
Yeah, ideally 25 grams on the low end, probably 35 grams on the high end. And the average person walking around or coming into a health food store is probably getting somewhere between 15 and 20 grams of fiber a day. And fiber's main functions and benefits in the body, and in the body meaning really in the gastrointestinal tract. Fiber is really important for regularity. It actually helps us to reduce or minimize transit time and provide bulk so we can use the bathroom. Secondly, fiber is real important for binding to and helping to eliminate a lot of the things that were floating around our bodies at one time, our bloodstream, that our liver worked overtime to concentrate and expel, like cholesterol, like metals, things that we're trying to get out. Fiber is really important for the natural detoxification process. And then third, fiber is really important for keeping your blood sugar stable. So when you eat carbohydrates and your blood sugar goes way up because those enter the bloodstream real quickly, if you have fiber in your gut, it's going to be more sustained in terms of entering the bloodstream. So for healthy blood sugar levels, fiber is really important. And also for people who are looking to maintain their weight, making sure you get enough fiber is really going to send both a chemical and a physical signal to the brain saying, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'm satiated.
Yeah, you bring a good point with that, with weight loss and actually feeling full, because there's so many products out there that we've seen, Hoodia, to suppress appetite, all of these things, and really the best still remains fiber, because like you said, it expands in your gut, it's going to make you feel more full, helps balance blood sugar, and just sends that message to your brain, hey, I'm full, I feel good, I'm satiated. Now, I see here on the side that we have raw. This is also vegan, it's organic, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, psyllium-free, lactose-free, no fillers, no isolates, no synthetic nutrients, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives. Now that's a lot. So it sounds like pretty much a lot of food-sensitive individuals should be okay and able to handle this?
Yeah, a lot of people, if you have some sort of intolerance or you don't do well with soy or dairy, you want to see that, this is soy-free or dairy-free or gluten-free. But the big one I want to focus in on is psyllium-free. So the #1 selling fiber supplement in the country or in our industry is psyllium fiber. And it's not that I think psyllium as a fiber source is going to really hurt anybody. I just don't think it's the best way to go. I don't think it's the most nutritious source of fiber. So when you actually take fiber-rich foods like sprouted grains and seeds, like I mentioned earlier, flax and chia and quinoa and amaranth, yeah, you get the fiber out of every scoop for all of the wonderful benefits that fiber provides, but you also get a lot of nutrition. You get a lot of healthy fatty acids like the omega-3s that are good for your heart and your joints and your brain. You get 2 grams of them roughly per serving or scoop. You also get some protein and some probiotics. There's a lot of nutrition to be had from these fiber sources that some of the top selling products just don't provide.
Now, how is this product if you're going to take it on its own? Is this something you'd recommend to maybe just mix in water, or would you recommend mixing it with something else in terms of taste and
Yeah,
texture.
if you're in a hurry and you just want to get the fiber into your system, I mean, you can mix it with water. All fibers, when they mix with water, they swell up and expand a little bit and they get thick. So that usually takes about a minute to happen. So if you mix it with water, you probably just want to chug it or slam it. A lot of people do, because they like their smoothies and their shakes to be a little bit thick, they'll do a scoop inside of a smoothie or a shake. You can even sprinkle it right into, you know, yogurt or applesauce or even oatmeal. You can pretty much add it to anything. It's very versatile.
Yeah, I like putting it with my smoothie where I put some frozen berries in there, and you know, like I said, it kind of gives it a little more texture. You know, so you don't, and if you're really sensitive to it, you really won't even know it's there if you're using like a fruit flavored protein powder and some frozen berries. I think it tends to work out pretty well for you if you are somebody who's like, it's fiber, it's gonna get caught in my teeth and stuff. And you know, sometimes those are just some of the things that we hear about it. Now, as far as dosage, you know, I see the recommendation here. You see one scoop. One scoop's going to yield about 9 grams of fiber. Now, if I'm somebody that's new to it, you know, I fall in that class, let's just say, where I'm getting about 15 grams of fiber a day. How should I start off taking this?
We want to see people get between 25 and 35 grams of fiber a day, and it's a very individual thing. It's kind of tough. I can't automatically say, you know, everybody should take 2 scoops, or everybody should take 3, or everybody should just take 1. It's really diet dependent. You got to have to take a step back and go, you know, how much fiber am I getting from my diet? Start looking at labels, and if you're, oh man, I'm only getting 20 grams a day, I want to be closer to 35, you're sort of a 2 scoop or a scoop and a half candidate. So you kind of have to supplement, I guess, what the diet is not providing, and sort of go from there. But anything that you're putting in your gut in a high amount, whether it's a fiber, an enzyme, or a probiotic, that it's not used to seeing all the time, you probably want to ease into it a little bit and start with, you know, a quarter or a half a serving and work your way up just to assess tolerance.
Now, something you hear, and you can either confirm or deny the rumor, I guess, or dispel it, if you will, is taking fiber with vitamins. I think sometimes people get the image in their mind like, oh, if I take my vitamins with my fiber, it's going to bind them up and I'm not going to absorb them. Well, to that, what do you say?
You know, really high fiber diets, meaning, you know, over 70, 80, 90 grams a day, which are very uncommon. You know, if you were to take, you know, 10 scoops of this a day in addition to the fiber that your diet provides, you may run into a little bit of an absorption issue with a few minerals, like zinc, for example. You might not absorb all the way. So it's not really realistic, but you know, your average diet that gives you 30, 35, 40 grams of fiber a day, you know, you got to think these fiber-rich whole foods that we're consuming are also the sources of a lot of our vitamins and minerals. So if it was really true that fiber automatically canceled out the absorption of vitamins and minerals, fiber-rich whole foods would provide no nutrition to us, but they do. So just don't overdo it. You don't need 70 or 80 grams a day, and that's kind of the level you'd have to be to have any kind of absorption issue with a vitamin or mineral.
Sure. And unless you have some kind of anaerobic stomach, which as humans we don't, you really don't need to have 80 grams of fiber because you can. You know, that's just too much. So,
Yeah.
Well, I think we did a good job here of covering all the questions and on Garden of Life raw fiber. And again, just to touch base, you still do have the Super Seed out that has the cinnamon in there. This does not have the cinnamon, so if you like the cinnamon, stick with the Super Seed. Now, real quick, what would be the difference if you want to highlight that?
So Super Seed by weight, even though all of the ingredients are by all means clean, Super Seed is 90% organic. This product is USDA certified organic, and I think one of the things that appeals to people about psyllium is that it's a very concentrated source of fiber. One scoop provides a pretty good amount because there's not a lot of other nutritional stuff there. This product is per scoop about 50% more concentrated in fiber than our previous product Super Seed is. So you get 9 grams of fiber out of every scoop versus 6, but they're both very nutritious whole food fiber supplements.
Okay, great. Well, I think we've covered everything now for sure. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
And thank you. Please go ahead and post your questions in the comments section. We'll be more than happy to answer them.